Some say that kissing's a sin, but I think it's neither for kissing has been in this world since ever there was twa. If it wasna lawful, lawyers wouldna allow it. If it wasna holy, ministers wouldna do it. If it wasna modest, maidens wouldna tak it. If it wasna plentiful, pair folks wouldna get it.
I'll tell you a new song that's lately been made. 'Tis of a little carpenter, he courted a fair maid. He courted her, he loved her as his life. Oft time he'd ask her if she would be his wife. Along come an old man, he come from Noah's Ark. A long time traveling, a-going in the dark. I can't fancy you, old man, you look too old and grim. Oh, my little carpenter, oh, what's become of him? Along come the blacksmith, it was the other day. He gave to me a handkerchief, or so the people say. He gave me a gold ring to talk with him again. Oh, my little carpenter, oh, what's become of him? Along come a young man, he come from Scarlet Town. With gold chain and finger ring, he throwed 'em on the ground. I can fancy you, young man, you look so neat and trim. But oh, my little carpenter, what would become of him? Along come the carpenter, he comes so neat and slow. All the money that he makes, he brings to me to show. He hews with his broad axe all day, he sits by me all night. Oh, my little carpenter, you are my heart's delight.
It's of a brisk Stonecutter Boy returning from his work. A young girl, she appeared in his sight. And he said, "Me dearest dear, if one moment you'll stay here, I'll tell you what I dreamed of last night, last night. I'll tell you what I dreamed of last night." It was under an oak that we set ourselves down, and this pretty maid, she gave a little scream. And what we done amiss, I'll leave you all to guess. But she had the contents of me dream, But she had the contents of me dream. Then she picked up her pail, her cow for the milk, and so nimbly she tripped over the plain. And she said, "Me dearest sweet, the next time that we meet, we'll repeat the dream over again, over again. We'll repeat the dream over again."
When I was in my prime, I flourished like a vine. There came along a false young man who stole away my time, who stole away my time. My time, it is all gone, I cannot plant anew. And in the place where sprung my time is all grown up in rue, is all grown up in rue. The gardener standing by, 3 offers he made to me, the pink, the violet, and red rose, but I refuse all 3, but I refuse all 3. The pink is not for me, for it flowers much too soon, and the violet is too deep a bloom. I said I'd wait till June, I said I'd wait till June. In June the red rose blooms, but that's no flower for me, for I've plucked up my red, red rose and planted the willow tree, and planted the willow tree. For the willow tree do twist, and the willow tree do twine. How wished I was in that young man's arms that's won this heart of mine, that's won this heart of mine. But if God gives me time and another year of grace, I'll weep a barrel of crystal tears and wash that young man's face, and wash that young man's face.
As I cam down by yon waterside and by yon shilling hill, oh, there I spied a bonny lass, a lass that a Ludrecht wheel, oh, the mill, oh, and the kill, oh, and the cog in the Peggy's wheel, oh, the sack and the sieve, oh, she did leave and dance the miller's reel, oh. I speered at her gin she could play, but the lassie had nae skill, oh, and yet she was nae to blame. She put it in my will, oh, the mill, oh, and the kill, oh, and the cog in the Peggy's wheel, oh, the sack and the sieve, oh, she did leave and dance the miller's reel, oh. Then she fell out and sae did I, and danced the miller's reel, oh. Whene'er that bonny lassie comes again, she shall hae her mod ground wheel, oh. The mill, oh, and the kill, oh, and the cog in the Peggy's wheel, oh, the sack and the sieve, oh, she did leave and dance the miller's reel, oh.
As I roved out one May morning to the green fields, I took my way with my two beagles roaring, expecting there some game to sing. It was there I spied my Mary, she's fairer than Arabian queen. She was at her daily labor, a reaping of her rushes green. I stood and looked all round me, no other one there could I see but me and my dear Mary. I embraced her most tenderly. She says, young man, be easy, don't tease me, but let me be. Don't you toss my rushes careless, great labor have they been to me. If I toss your rushes careless, it's more than I intend to do. If I toss your rushes careless, a bonny bunch I'll reap for you. Then come sit you down beside me, although you have led me astray. Come sit you down beside me, for the dew has scarce all gotten away. So me and my love Mary sat down under a laurel tree, where the small birds joined in chorus, their notes were in high Germany. The thrush sang melodious, while I embraced my Arabian queen. It's you I mean, my Mary, and your bonny bunch of rushes green. They kissed, shook hands, and parted, although they were soon to meet again, to join their hands in wedlock bands, never more to part again. It's now they have got married, they're free from sorrow, grief, and pain, and he enjoys his Mary and her bonny bunch of rushes green.
There was a lass and a bonny lass, a gathering nuts did gang. She put them heich and she put them leich, and she put them where they hang. She put them where they hang. till tired at length she laid her down and slept the woods among. When by there came three lusty lads and strang, three lusty lads and strang. The first did kiss her rosy lips, he thought it was near wrang. The second loosed her body's fair, feast up wi' London whang, whang, feast up wi' London whang. And when the third did to the lass, it's no pittin' this sang, but the lassie walked in a frecht, and says he slept lang, and says he slept lang.
If he be a buckaroo by his trade, I have him a hondo ready-made. And if ever he throw his turns on right, he can have my hondo every night with his ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting hey, ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting ho. If he be a sheep herder by his trade, I have him a corral already made. And if ever he wants to separate, he can go through my dodging gate with his ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting hey, ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting ho. If he be a preacher by his trade, I have him a pulpit ready-made. I'll take the Bible in my hand, together we'll go to the promised land with his ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting hey, ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting ho. If he be a sailor by his trade, I have him a ship that's ready-made. With him to row and me to steer, we'll bring home a cargo once a year with his ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting hey, ring-ting-tinny and his ring-ting ho.
Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. Oh, lassie, are ye sleeping yet, or are ye walking? I would wait, for love has bound me hand and foot, and I would fain be in Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. The morn it is the term day, I'm on a war, I canny stay. Oh, pity me before I gie, and rise and let me in, Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. The nicht it is baith cold and weet, the morn it will be snow and sleet. My shoon are frozen to my feet, we stunnin' here, my lane Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. I am the laird o' Windy was, I come nae here without a cause, and I hae gotten money fause upon a naked weem Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. My feathers walking in the street, my mither the chummer keys does keep, the chamber door does chirp and cheep, and a door nae let ye in, Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. But I'll come stealing softly in and cannily mak little din. My footsteps tread there's neen can ken for the suchan wind and rain, Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. Cast up the door into the wheat, cast off your shoon frae off your feet, sign to my chummer ye may creep, and do the thing ye can, Joe. Oh, lees me on this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, lees me on this Nicht, that ye let me in, Joe. She let him in sae cannily, she let him in sae privily, she let him in sae cannily, to do the thing ye can, Joe. Oh, let me in this Nicht, this Nicht, oh, let me in this Nicht, and I'll no come back again, Joe. But ere all was done and all was said, out fell the bottom o' the bed. The lassie lost our maidenhead, and our mother heard the din, oh. Oh, the devil tak this Nicht, this Nicht, the devil tak this Nicht, that ere I'll let ye in, Joe.
Mother, I would marry, yes, I would be a bride. I would have a young man forever at my side. For if I had a young man, oh, how happy I would be. For I am tired and oh, so weary of my singularity. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a cow. I cannot whistle, mother, I guess I don't know how. But if I had a young man, oh, how happy I would be. For I am tired and oh, so weary of my propriety. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a goat. I cannot whistle, mother, it seems to hurt my throat. But if I had a young man, oh, how happy I would be. For I am tired and oh, so weary of my chastity. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a sheep. I cannot whistle, mother, I can only weep. But if I had a young man, oh, how happy I would be. For I am tired and oh, so weary of my virginity. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a man. I cannot whistle. You impudent little daughter, and what makes you whistle now? I'd rather whistle for a man than for a sheep or cow.
24 Hillin men come frae the Carn side to steal awa Eppie Morrie, for she wouldna be a bride, she wouldna be a bride. Then out did come her mither, then it was a moonlight nicht. She couldna see her dochter, for the water shines sae brecht, and the water shines sae brecht. Hod awa from me, mother, hod awa from me. There's no a man in all Strathdon shall worried be with me, shall worried be with me. They've taken Eppie Morrie then, and a horse they've bound her on, and they heard to the minister's house as fast as horse could gang, as fast as horse could gang. Then Wally's ta'en his pistol out and set it to the minister's breast. Oh, marry me, minister, or else I'll be your priest, or else I'll be your priest. Hod awa from me, Wally, hod awa from me. I daurna vow to marry you, except she's willing as thee, except she's willing as thee. Hodawa from me, good sir, hodawa from me. There's no a man in all Strathdon shall marry it be by me, shall marry it be by me. They've taken Eppie Morrie thence, and better couldn't it be? And they hear at our Cairn side, as fast as horse could flee, as fast as horse could flee. Then mass was sung and bells were rung, and there awa to bed. And Wally and Eppie Morrie, and in bed they were laid, and in bed they were laid. He's ta'en the sark free off his back, and kicked awa his shoon, and thrown awa the chommer key, and naked he lay doon, and naked he lay doon. Hodawa from me, Wally, hodawa from me. Before I'll lose my maidenhead, I'll try my strength with thee, I'll try my strength with thee. He's kissed her on the lily breast, and held her shoulders twa, but aye she grat and aye she spat, and turned it to the wa, and turned it to the wa. Hodawa from me, Wally, hodawa from me. Before I'll lose my maidenhead, I'll fecht with you till day, I'll fecht with you till day. All through the neck they warstle there until the licht of day. And Wally grat and Wally swat, but he couldn't street your spee, but he couldn't street your spee. Then early in the morning, before the licht of day, in came the maid of Scalatar. We are goon and shart a lane, we are goon and shart a lane. Get up, young woman, and drink the wine with me. You might accord me maiden, for I'm sure as hale as thee, I'm sure as hale as thee. Weary for you, Wally, then, that you couldn't prove a man. You might attain her maidenhead, she would have hired your hond, she would have hired your hond. Hodawa from me, lady, hodawa from me. There's no a man in all Strathdon shall wedded be with me, shall wedded be with me. Then in there came young Breadalbeen, wi' a pistol on each side. Oh, come awa, Eppie Morrie, and I'll mak you my bride, and I'll mak you my bride. Get to me my horse, Wally, get it like a man, and send me back to my mother, a maiden as a cam, oh, a maiden as a cam. The sun shines out of the wassling hells, but the lamp light to the moon. Oh, saddle your horse, young John Forsyth, and whistling I'll come soon, just whistling I'll come soon. Oh! Roseberry to his lady, said my hinny and my sucker. Oh, shall we do the thing ye ken, or shall we hear supper? We are little cumara, we are foul cumara, we are little cumarandi. We modest face, if a grace, replied his bonny lady. My noble lord, do as you please, but supper is not ready. As Jean sat by her spinning wheel, a bonny laddie he passed by. She looked around and viewed him weel, but aye she turned her spinning wheel. A wheel for lad she liked him weel, but aye she turned her spinning wheel. He flung his arms around her waist, the bonny lassie he embraced. He kissed her on both cheek and chin, and sighing the lassie answered him. And burning love her heart did feel, but aye she turned her spinning wheel. He praised her fingers lang and small, her gowden hair that doon did fall. He said nae lady could compare the lassie's hearty wounded sair. The Lass's love he sought to steal, but aye she turned her spinning wheel. Oh, ease me on my spinning wheel, oh, ease me on my rock and reel. I left them all and gaed with speed to walk with him in yon green glade, and we a kiss our love to seal, and left my rock and spinning wheel. It's gang wi' me, the lad he said, it's gang wi' me, my bonny maid. And to the cornriggs I'll take you, and learn ye better work to do. And what I learned I liked it weel, and clean forgot my spinning wheel. And there among the rigs o' corn the bonny laddie laid me down, and to his work he went with skill, and I did learn with recht goodwill. And what was done I liked it weel, far better than my spinning wheel.
Oh, pretty fair maid, all in a garden, and a handsome man come a-walking by. He stepped aside, oh, for to view her. Says, pretty fair maid, won't you be my bride? I have a true love on the ocean. Now he's been gone 7 years, though he be gone another 7 years longer. Well, I would not have no other dear. Suppose your true love he be drowned. Suppose he's in some battle slain. Suppose he's to another pretty girl married. Suppose he never come back again. I wish him rest if he be drowned. I wish him peace if he be slain. But if he's to another pretty girl married, I'll stand aside when she pleasures him. Your true love, he is neither drowning, nor is he in some battle slain, nor is he to another pretty girl married, for here he is at your side again. He put his hand into his pocket, his fingers been long and slim, and unto me he showed a locket, and to my feet his knees did bend. I have 6 ships all on the ocean, love they be loaded to the brim, And if I ain't worthy of such a young lady, I care not how they sink or swim.
Come all you young men and listen a while. I'll tell you what happened at Firelock Stile. When a young maid stumbled and tore her clothes, she fell down and she did expose her old rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day. A gay young bucky was standing by. The sight of her wound, it dazzled his eye. She said, "Young man, I feel amazed to see a young gentleman stand and gaze on me rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day." He said, "Me dear, I'm quite overcome. By the sight of your beauty, I swear I'm undone. And if ye consent with me to stay, I'll charm the smart of your wound away with me rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day." She said, "Young man, if you mean what you say, 20 bright guineas in gold is to pay. 20 bright guineas in gold is to pay. Then, young man, you can fiddle away on me rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day." The bargain was struck and she gave her consent, and into the woods together they went. While he performed and she went round, the boy and the beauty kept time to the tune on a rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day. Now 6 weeks being over, as I've been told, she gave him some fire to keep him from cold. To keep him from cold by night and by day, and he cursed the young damsel that learned him to play on a rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day. Now all you young fellas, just listen a while. I'll have you beware of Firelock Stile, or else, like me, you'll rue the day going into the woods for to learn to play on a rumple-tum-tooraloo-a-laddity rumple-tum-tooraloo-day.
Where are you going, my pretty little girl? Where are you going, my honey? She answered me with a ha-ha-ha. I'm going to see my mammy. Tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy. Oh, her shoes was black and her stockings white, her buckles shone like silver. She had a dark and a loving eye, her hair was round her shoulder. Tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy. My pretty little girl, how old are you, my honey? Well, if I don't die of a broken heart, I'll be 15 on Sunday. Tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy. Well, can you court my pretty little girl? Can you court my flower? Well, I can court more in a minute and a half than you can in an hour. Tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy. Will you have me, my pretty little girl? Will you have me, my honey? Oh, she answered me with a ha-ha-ha. I'll have most anybody. Tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy, tam-a-hoo-ra-ra, tam-a-hoo-ra-ree, ma-hoo-ra-ra-lick-a-dandy.
Oh, if my love was a pickle of wheat, and growing upon yon lily white lea, and I mysel a bonny sweet bird awa, with that pickle I would flee. Oh, if my love was a bonny red rose, and growing upon some barren wa, and I mysel a drap o' dew, doon in that red rose I would fa. Oh, if my love was a coffer o' gowd, and I the keeper o' the key, then I would open it when I list, and into that coffer I would be.
It was on a Tuesday evening, just at 12 o'clock at night, I espied a pretty fair maid sitting by the candlelight. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. With a candle on the table and a basin on the stand, with a towel around her elbow, like an angel she did stand. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. Listen, listen, I will tell you the first time I saw Munro, walking o'er the plains of Italy, viewing of his Highland coat. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. His shoes was made of Turkish leather, and his stockings made of silk. Everything so neat about him, and his skin was white as milk. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. If you see that handsome fella with his red coat trimmed in blue, tell him if he loves another, my poor heart'll break in two. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. If I had an Injun treasure, 40 million in great store, I'd give it all to the 42nd for the sake of young Munro. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, young Munro, I do love you. Young Munro, be Charlie Higgins, handsome Charlie, young Munro. All the harms ever I done was follow the richest trade. All the harms ever I done was courting a pretty fair maid. I courted her summertime, part of the winter too, and every time I looked her in the face, I thought of the Bugaboo. This young girl come to my bedside, she bid me grief and woe. This young girl come to my bedside, she bid me grief and woe. This young girl come to my bedside, bid me grief and woe. Get into the bed bed, my pretty young girl, your feet of the Bugaboo. Now all the first part of that night we rolled in sport and game, and all the next part of that night close in my arms she lay. All the third part of that night it's cry out I'm undone. Get out of the bed, my pretty young girl, the Bugaboo is gone. Now all the first part of that year my love is growing round. All the next part of that year she scarcely could sit down. All the third part of that year she brought me a lovely son. Now you can see as well as I what the Bugaboo have done.
It was in and through the window broads, and all the taddly-waddlies o't. The sweetest kiss that e'er I got was from my Dainty Davie. Oh, lease me on your curly pow, Dainty Davie, Bonny Davie, lease me on your curly pow, mine dear Dainty Davie. It was doon among my daddy's peas, and underneath the cherry trees. Oh, there he kissed me as he pleased, for he was my Dainty Davie. Lease me on your curly pow, Dainty Davie, Bonny Davie, lease me on your curly pow, my dear Dainty Davie. When he was chased by a dragoon, into my bed he was laid down. I thought him worthy o' his room, and he's I, my Dainty Davie. Lease me on your curly pow, Dainty Davie, Bonny Davie, lease me on your curly pow, my dear Dainty Davie.
The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and stars were the gift you gave to the dark and empty skies, my love, to the dark and empty skies. The first time ever I kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move in my hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird that was there at my command, my love, that was there at my command. The first time ever I lay with you and felt your heart beat over mine, I thought our joy and last till the end of time, my love, and last till the end of time.
I met me girl at Woolwich Pier, beneath a big crane standing, and oh, the love I felt for her, it passed all understanding. Took a sailing on the river flow, sweet river flow. London town was mine to give her, sweet Thames flow softly. Made the Thames into a crown, flow, sweet river flow. Made a brooch of silver town, sweet Thames flow softly. At London Yard I held a hand, at Blackwall Point I faced her. At the Isle of Dogs I kissed her mouth and tenderly embraced her. Heard the bells of Greenwich ringing, flow, sweet river flow. All the time me heart was singing, sweet Thames flow softly. Limehouse Reach I gave her there, flow, sweet river flow. As a ribbon for her hair, sweet Thames flow softly. From Shadwell Dock to Nine Elms Reach, we cheek to cheek were dancing. A necklace made of London Bridge her beauty was enhancing. Kissed her once again at Wapping, flow, sweet river flow. After that there was no stopping, sweet Thames flow softly. Richmond Park it was a ring, flow, sweet river flow. I'd have given her anything, sweet Thames flow softly. From Rotherhithe to Putney Bridge, me love I was declaring, and she from Kew to Isleworth her love for me was swearing. Love had set me heart a burning, flow, sweet river flow. Never saw the tide was turning, sweet Thames flow softly. Gave a Hampton Court to twist, flow, sweet river flow. Into a bracelet for her wrist, sweet Thames flow softly. But now, alas, the tide is changed. Me love, she has gone from me, and winter's frost has touched me heart and put a blight upon me. Creeping foggies on the river flow, sweet sweet river flow. Sun and moon and stars gone whither, sweet Thames flow softly. Swift the Thames runs to the sea. Flow, sweet river flow, bearing ships and part of me. Sweet Thames flow softly.